Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe and click on notifications so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, we get to see two choosing beggars who are using the current coronavirus pandemic as a solid reason to try and take advantage of people. Let's jump right in. These are two completely different choosing beggars, but I thought I would combine them into one thread because they're basically doing the same thing, which is trying to get a freebie. I am in self-quarantine because I am immunocompromised. I recently became a certified online teacher, so have been working on classes for various non-entitled parents for a fee. Here come two entitled mothers. I know both, but wouldn't say either one is really a friend. Heck, we aren't even Facebook friends, and I rarely talk to them. Entitled Mother 1. My one neighbor knows I am home and so is she, but she is getting bored of being home with her kids. She knows about my health and keeps ordering me to babysit her kids because she needs a break. According to her, it takes a village, and since I don't have kids, I am staunchly child-free. I am obligated to help her. She's been texting me asking when I will babysit because, after all, I am home and alone. I told her I can't, and she said that kids will help my immune system. Huh? I finally blocked her, and she came over yelling at me. I called the cops on her and blocked her. Entitled Mother 2, who incidentally is a close friend of Entitled Mother 1. I posted on various sites offering my services. I didn't list a price, but made it known you had to pay. I said I offer discounts. Anyway, she contacted me asking for me to create lesson plans for her kids in certain subjects using their school books. I quoted her a price, but said it could go up if it turns out to be more complicated or if she requests more services. For example, some people request additional videos for me to make, or articles they want me to add. She was upset I wanted to pay because to her, it's a tragedy and you are taking advantage. I am not taking advantage. She contacted me. She then mentioned all the people offering free services, including developing classes for free. I doubt anyone who is certified like I am is doing freebies for parents like she claims. Oh, maybe the free ones are making one lesson or giving advice, but otherwise, I doubt it. Even if they are, why should I? The entitled mother is someone I only know vaguely. Story 2 shows us a choosing beggar who is enraged that the price of bread has gone up during the current crisis. What madness! Supply goes down and the price goes up? Okay, so I'm not sure how to do this, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Some backstory for everyone. I work at a small grocery store that is known for selling meat and deli products. We do sell regular groceries, but most of the prices are much higher than Walmart because we can't argue prices like they can. Since this corona epidemic has started, we have been one of the only stores with bread in my town. Bread has been very hard to come by, and in order to sell it in our store, we are actually second-hand buyers of it. I will admit, $6 is a lot for bread, but at this point, we aren't even making a profit off of it. Anyways, onto the story. It was quite busy and I was checking out customers on the main register while my manager was helping on the other. There's only two people that work the late shift, since it's normally not too busy, but because of everything going on, it's been much busier than normal. I was finishing up helping a customer when I heard him. A man yelling, "This can't be true! This has to be a joke!" So I told my manager I was gonna go check it out, because I enjoy dramatic people, what can I say? Before I left, the man walks up to the register, and this is where it gets good. "This is a joke, right? You guys can't be serious with this." "Sorry, sir, but that is the price of the bread. It's because he cuts me off. "I can get you arrested for this. There's laws against this, you know. This is bull stuff." "We can't argue prices like bigger corporations can." He cuts me off again. "This is ridiculous. If you give it to me for free, then maybe I won't report you for price gouging." "Sir, I can't do that, and I'm trying to..." This time my manager cuts me off. "Sir, You need to either buy something or leave. Excuse me? I'm not talking to you. Also, I'm not leaving unless you give me bread for free. Also, at this point, there's many customers waiting to check out and watching the whole thing. You need to leave, or we will call the authorities. Surprisingly, that made him back down and leave. He threw the bread on the ground and stomped out, but not before calling me a blank. All the customers that saw it apologized to me. One nice old lady even bought me some candy for having to deal with him. Story 3 gives us a new question. Is this person a choosing beggar, or are they just joking by saying choosing beggar stuff? You decide. Choosing Beggar is one of my closest friends. He actually was my boyfriend's friend, but we've grown pretty close over the years. He says a lot, and I mean a lot, of choosing beggar stuff, but I've always brushed it off as him joking. So today he texts me asking if I know anyone who sold Steam wallet codes. I sent him a picture of the rate of the place I know was selling it in our currency, plus some extra charges. He thought that my friend was selling it, but I clearly told him it was an owner of a well-known land in our area. Then he asked if he could pay them back in 2 to 3 weeks. Then I said, it's actually pay first, so I don't think you can. And he says, that's bull stuff. Then he asked me if my other friend, who I used to buy Steam wallet codes from, could give him the code and he could pay later. I'd clearly told him before that that friend has stopped selling, and I was asking him why it was crazy to pay for something you want instead of crediting it. I messaged my boyfriend, telling him how choosing beggar was not making sense. Turns out, he had been messaging my boyfriend, who currently lives in a different country, if he could send me Steam wallet code and I'll pay you back later. My boyfriend straight up told him no, and told me to not bother helping him and let him deal with his own needs, instead of me finding places or people who sell the things he needs, since I'm always helping him find things. Choosing Beggar sounded pretty frustrated when he couldn't credit the Steam wallet codes. I asked him to buy the code in 2 to 3 weeks, since he'd have the money then, but he straight up said no, and said, hurt. I think I painted a pretty entitled picture of him, but don't get me wrong, he's actually a very good friend who likes to act entitled, but sometimes his joking crosses the line and makes me go crazy. But I'm sure he was pretending to be entitled today too. What do you think? Story 4 shows us a choosing beggar who wants to purchase some toilet paper during the Great Toilet Depression of 2020, and surprise surprise, is offered some. But really, is that the best you can do? I prefer other brands. My first post! Yay, bear with me, I'm on mobile and my storytelling talents are not much better than a 5-year-old's. This happened yesterday, but in one of many retellings to coworkers this morning, someone called her a choosing beggar, and I was like, I should tell the fine people of Reddit. I work as the customer service manager at a small grocery store. As I'm sure you're all aware, there is quite the toilet paper frenzy going on. My day is filled with phone calls asking if we have it, when we're going to get it. When it does come in, I usually save a pack or two in customer services in case one of my employees needs one. However, if a member of the general public is very nice, I will offer it to them. I had a regular customer come in yesterday. She's an older woman who comes in a couple times a week and is usually very nice, though a little strange. She comes to me and asks about the toilet paper, as they all do. I tell her we're having a hard time getting it in, that we're ordering hundreds of cases and maybe a couple cases come in, etc. But I have one in the office that she can have. I show it to her and she makes a face and says, that's all you have? I only use X brand, or if I'm in a pinch, I'll buy Y brand. Do you have any of that? Now I'm floored. There is a national shortage that I've just explained to her, and I've told her that this is the only package in the store. This whole thing is bringing out some strange qualities in people. In our final story, a choosing beggar is trying to trick an artist out of money using someone else's art. I know how hard it is to sell art, where to sell it, and who to sell to. But to just draw and steal fan art and make the person pay for it without them knowing isn't a good way to go about it. For clarification, this whole mess started on Amino, an acid trip of a cousin to Reddit. I was a little weirded out by the whole ordeal. This happened a while ago. I couldn't find any screenshots in the phone, so I'll keep looking and post any if I find them. I had and still have this little crackhead of Sunshine character that's somewhat popular on the Amino I'm in. I got featured quite a bit, and it was nice and all. With features comes tiny fan art doodles people created and left in the comments. It was so cute. One in particular sort of caught my eye. At first it was an adorable doodle of crackhead Sunshine with, a character I thought I killed off ages ago, which is why I thought it was weird. It also had a huge watermark slapped on it in a barely transparent red. I thought nothing much of it, since I tend to watermark my things a lot too. Art theft is an awful, awful thing. They apparently still shipped them and wanted to bring the ship back. Then they began to rant, going on about how I should bring the character back to make them a thing again, how it was wrong of me and unfair to kill them off in the first place. Okay, yeah, people can think what they like. I thanked them for the fan art and went on my merry way. Then they DM'd me. Oh no. They said that they'd remove the watermark for what even I thought was a ridiculous amount of Amino coins, the app's currency. 10,000 coins. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of the app's fake monies. In all honesty, I was about to call them crazy, but it was just an offer, so I simply refused. She then began to go on and on about how they should receive some amount of payment for the work they've done. I offered bits of Amino coins I thought were reasonable, and a couple adopts I was selling. However, she kept insisting on her very high prices. The artwork was adorable, but it was, excuse my bluntness, very obvious someone with a very, very beginner artist kind of experience drew it. She began to threaten me, saying she'll report me to the owners of Amino to have me banned from the app entirely, saying she'll get the leaders involved for scamming her. I, in all honesty, thought it was hilarious. Though I didn't have the heart to say a thing about it, I told her she could keep the watermark on it and left. Poor soul apparently attempted to talk trash behind my back to others in public chats, one of which was owned by my rather overprotective lover who, in the words of others, tore her a new butthole, whatever that means. My darling angel got a hefty warning and a 24-hour ban, while the artist got a permanent ban and was put in an alt-account watch list due to her pulling this on many others, including the staff. The art she was trying to make coin off of wasn't actually hers. It was from another person who posted it some while ago. Her watermark was right over the signature, so you couldn't tell it was there. So much effort for a fake currency. This has been John from /Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then please hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.